Hey, what's up, guys? James from Bolt Bros here. Hey, just wanted to kind of go over what I saw on the Los Angeles Chargers slash Fox Sports NFL Twitter and how they showed this graphic here. And basically, what this is it's their NFL bus rating, which is basically kind of what it means is a banged up score based upon injury situations. And basically, in the bottom, it says, quantifies how injuries affect the overall team position and player performance on a scale of 0 to 100. Now, we all know we have been in a situation as a banged up team. I mean, we have relentlessly had crazy amount of injuries this year. And actually, I do know that I ended up looking at the amount of injuries that we've had week to week and the ability to be able to find a way to still get wins is incredible to me. It's wild to be able to see kind of what's going on. And once again, we've been really, really harsh on this coaching staff, and we've been very, very harsh on kind of the play calling for Lombardi, for Brandon Staley's decisions, maybe being a little bit too conservative. But once again, guys, we are 4-1 in the last 5 games. We have found ways to win. Austin Johnson, now he's out for the season. We've had the craziest amount of injuries in the last, you know, it seems like week to week now at this point. Wild stat too, kind of that's what come up here too, is that it was the amount of field goal kickers that we've had this season. So once again, we've had 3 field goal kickers, right? Dustin Hopkins, Taylor Burlett, and Dicker the kicker. And guess what? What's wild to me is that even with having guys that we've been able to put in week to week to be able to fill the position for field goal kicking, we are 14 of 15 on field goals, 93.9 or excuse 93.3% on field goals, 20 for 20 on point after touchdowns. So we were 100% there. And we had 2 game winning field goals from these 3 kickers. Technically, we've had 3 game winning field goals based upon, if you want to look at as the Browns field goal to be able to put us up into that game. So going back to this chart here, we are dead last in the league for injury situations. So we are 32nd in the league as a rating of having roughly about a 50% um, uh, player performance overall team position of based upon injuries and such. We are the most hurt team in the league, and we are at 5-3. Wild to think about where we're at now. Once again, we've been very, very critical on coaching. We've been very, very critical on what this team has done. And at the same side, we have found ways to get it done. I just want to be able to emphasize that with you guys. It is ridiculously hard to be able to have so much adjustment and so much changes and so much missing of players on a team to be able to continuously keep winning. This is very, very difficult. Now, I'm going to just be very, very much on the train of saying, hey, our coaches are finding ways to adjust and we are finding ways to win. Now, once again, we're coming into a very, very difficult game against the Niners. We would hope that we're going to get Keenan Allen back. Who knows when Mike Williams will be back? It would be sooner than later would be better. But bottom line, we're finding ways to win here. And we got basically Niners this weekend, and then we got the Chiefs next weekend. Very critical interdivision based game for us. But we're staying in this, guys, and we're still finding ways to be able to win. We are finding ways to be able to still get out there and put a good product out there to be able to win. It's not pretty wins. Do you expect us to be able to blow out teams this year? Probably not. I think our identity has really shown that we are starting to become more of a grinder type game or grinder type team to where we're just finding ways to be able to stay into games. Last 4 games, we have given up 14, 17, 10, and 10 versus in the first quarter and found ways to get back into the game somewhere or another outside of the Seahawks game. So we're kind of finding an identity as this team as, hey, next man up is actually working. We all kind of harped on the Chargers for not making a move at the trade deadline, but we might actually have our guys on the team that are actually going to do the job well for us. And, coming out of this bye too, and just a note on health too, we were looking really, really good on with Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert was actually looking pretty healthy. I felt like he was getting some longer rip throws, throwing a little bit more in the middle of the field, finding ways to get men open to get a 20-yard rip here and there. I think we're getting to that point. As long as we get to a healthy position with this team, if we finally get to that point to where we have our Keenan Allen, our Mike Williams, once again, they've only had 13 snaps on field all season. That's insane to even think about. We get them back. We start getting healthy at that right point. Now, please hope that we don't have any more injuries where we keep having these fumbles or whatnot. This team could go really, really far. Now, once again, I'm looking at like the next 3 games against the Niners, Chiefs, and the Cardinals. If we go 2-1 in that span of 3 games, that's major for us. That will align us very well. Now, once again, we also get Joey Bosa back here soon too. Now, when that will probably, and I've heard it could be as early as the Thanksgiving game against Cardinals. I think it's probably going to be pushed a little bit more into December. But right now, what I'm emphasizing about this chart is that we are the most hurt team in the league in finding ways to still win. This is a coaching situation, guys. Brandon Staley, you know how much we harp on Lombardi. He's finding a way to be able to get people in the game and be effective with them. If you look at that last Falcons game, there were ways that these guys were making plays. Now, once again, the Falcons was probably one of the better games for us to be able to come off a bye since they don't have a very good defense. But we found a way to win. We found to get DeAndre Carter open in the right situations, get a 3rd down conversion or even 4th down conversions with Everett and Palmer. We were doing things right. Now, once again, right now, Austin Eckler is balling out, and he is an absolute critical piece to this offense right now. We cannot have him and spare him getting injured any further or anything. So I know he's got an oblique issue right now. Hopefully that doesn't get worse. But what I'm just trying to drive home for you guys is we are creating a product to be able to still win. And we are doing it with the most injured team in the league right now. That is insane to think about. And once again, when we get healthy, this team could be extremely dangerous, and it will open up the offense for us. It will allow Herbert to be Herbert. Now, once again, sometimes it's about being hot. Once again, talking about playoffs here in early November. But if we get hot and we get healthy going into the playoffs, and say we get to the playoffs, which I imagine we should at this point, this team could be very, very dangerous all around. So keep the faith, guys. Keep it going. We got some exciting things going on here. We have a very good, a very tough 3-game stretch here. But I'm excited to be able to see where this team goes and how it's gelling. And once again, guys, I wanted to throw out, I do have, so we have some merch in our store here under our Zazzle store. This is a Let's Go Brandon Staley t-shirt. I think it's hilarious. And it's a great one to be able to show some support for Brandon Staley. I know when we were at Thunder Alley, I was walking around with a shirt and everybody absolutely loved the shirt. So they were asking where we could get it at. But either way, guys, just wanted to shoot this quick little video. Once again, keep the faith, guys. Keep it going. Excited for where this team's going to go. But hey, give coach some props. All of our coaching staff is doing their job right now and doing it well and making sure we have a good quality product on the team. So want to hear you guys' thoughts on this. Appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe, share. We love to hear from you guys and hear your guys' thoughts. So once again, this is James from Bolt Bros.